I'm
You
gonna
know
do the
what?
realest vlog ever of me yelling at my kids and my kids crying and telling my wife to shut up. And she's just like, James, why can't you do this without the damn camera? Why do we need the camera to do something fun? Like,
That episode will end with you sleeping on the couch.
What's up, guys? It's me, Lori, and today I've got two creatives here. Both are entrepreneurs in their own right. They do it differently. James is really into mobile video, and Chris just finished filming a documentary, which I'm sure he'll talk about. And the topic of the day is sort of how home life fits into that situation. How much support do you need from your significant other to do the kind of job that we do? You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of time and investment and stuff like that. So, Chris, you want to start off?
My name is Chris Bryant. I run a digital agency called Empire Studios, where we produce video content for brands and companies. And personal projects, I shoot documentaries as well. Just finished Soldiers of Vietnam. It's starting to run through the film festival circuit, which is always exciting. And yeah, and you know, I have a YouTube channel called, I don't know what the hell it's called, Chris Bryant's YouTube channel, where I have...
It can be hard to find you by your name.
It is.
But I will link it down
there's
below.
like 17 Chris Bryants.
Yeah.
That's how.
I'm gonna have to kill the rest of them. And I have Tip Tuesdays where it's mainly focusing on video production, editing, you know, lighting and sound, all that fun stuff.
My name is James Braxton. I run a small little company called Tribe Ent. I do have a full-time job because I'm not full-time with my videography, but I've done stuff like music videos. I've done work with Chris. I've done some behind-the-scenes stuff, camera operation. And on the side, I like to shoot. I mainly shoot like my kids. I do a little photography on the side, but my favorite thing to do is like poetry videos where you add visuals to the lyrics of the poem. But as far as like YouTube, I did the daily vlog stuff for a little bit. A lot of people think that that's easy, but that's like a full-time gig, 8 in the morning to midnight. You know, in the group sometimes, you know, you're posting at like 3 o'clock in the morning, just finished my video. So like people don't understand that it's a lot of work to do that. But, so I'm going more towards like mobile video and tutorials, reviews type of stuff on YouTube, and pursuing videography as a whole on the side in the wedding film niche.
Cool.
That's the way I'm gonna go.
On to the topic, and this might get a little personal, so you know, if you feel uncomfortable, just say so. But I want you guys to talk about your marriages. Are your wives cool with you spending all the time on the creative stuff? How demanding is it of your time?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll let you start with that.
Yeah, no, my wife is very, very supportive. She always encourages it. Okay, just to give you an idea how supportive she is with what I do, the majority of the money we made from our wedding went towards my first video camera setup for my business, which I launched officially with our wedding money, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did that conversation go down, though? Where you're like, so we got some, you know, got some cash right here.
I'm married 11 years. I'm getting fuzzy in the details. I think it probably came up along the lines of just explaining what I need to do, and she said, why don't we just use that for, you know, we weren't expecting, it's not that we weren't expecting the money, but we were renting at the time, we weren't looking to buy a house anytime soon. And I mean, she understood that that creates money. Like if I have this $3,000 camera, I can use that to produce income, which it did.
And this was before you started your business, or?
Yes. So basically, as soon as I had that camera in my hands, I launched, at the time, Bryant Productions.
Okay. So she actually took a big chance because you didn't actually have, like...
I had no clients. It all worked out. I mean, here we are, we're 11 years later, and I've gone full-time with it, and I have a lot more gear than just that one camera. But, you know, I work long hours for it. When there's deadlines, if a client needs something turned around right away, I'm working till 1, 2, 3 in the morning sometimes. But she's very, very supportive.
Cool. What about you?
So for me, it's a little bit different because I'm trying to balance like a full-time job. I'm trying to balance doing this as a business. And so I got to be like the camera operator, the editor, the husband, the dad, and then also like the provider. So I'm not like the majority of the money that comes into the house. So there's a lot of discussion on where it has to go. Like recently I did a couple of videos and I made some money or whatever, but I didn't put it back into my company, which is what we just talked about a little while ago. Take that money, and that money doesn't even exist. You take that and put that back into the business, because I'm taking it and going to buy groceries with it, or going to buy diapers, or you know, something like that. So it's a little harder because I'm balancing the full-time job. But eventually, you know, that's going to be a full-time thing. I'm hoping.
My wife's a saver, and I'm a spender. If it was up to my wife, I would still have the same standard def camera from 2005, and I would make do. If I had my way, I'd have like all B&H in my studio, and we'd have no savings at all, and be terribly in credit card debt. So we compromise, and there's that balance. So I get what I need, but not too much.
I'll go with that because I like to spend on shit too. But she won't get like when I was saying I wanted another one of those the tripods, like the Joby tripods. I want the one that you have. Because I want to get another, or the one that I have is for the DSLR, but I want to get a smaller one because I want to get a compact. And she was like, "You already have one of those." I was like, "Yeah, I know, but I don't need the one for 11 pounds.
Yeah, because it's heavy too.
I need the one for 3 because that's I don't want to carry that."
Yeah.
She was like, "You already have one. You don't need that. You already have a camera. You don't need that camera. You have 3 cameras. You don't need that camera." But I was like, "Babe, megapixel. You don't need that."
Our wives can't get together. It'd be dangerous. It would be dangerous.
Does it make a difference that you guys don't have kids, right?
No, not that we're aware of.
So do you think that makes a big difference in terms of like support?
Yeah. If we had kids, we'd be much more careful with what we do financially. I don't know if I would have gone full time if we had kids, just because when I work at a corporation, I have a guaranteed paycheck every other week, and I know it's coming in. And with this, I don't.
I think that you would have went, if you did have kids, I think you would have went full time a hell of a lot faster. Because that's why I'm so aggressive with it right now, because I'm gonna hit 40 soon, and I'm just getting into this industry. So that's why I'm on double time right now.
Okay, so money's a huge part of it in terms of the relationship. But and then money aside, like, is it how necessary is it to have like your spouse buy in on the dream? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah. If your other half doesn't believe in you, it's like, why am I getting out of bed in the morning and doing this? It's like, it's huge. If we didn't support each other with what we were doing, it'd make it so much more difficult and not enjoyable.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100% because if she didn't believe in it, it would be a lot harder for me to be like, hey, listen, I'm going to go spend 3 hours making some YouTube videos. Because a lot of people don't understand that when you say YouTube.
Yeah.
Like if you say I'm going to go make some videos, I'm going to do some videos, that sounds different than I'm going to do some stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that hate on that or laugh at that or whatever. So like, that's what, but it doesn't matter to me because as long as she says go do that because that makes you happy, then I don't really care what anybody else has to say about it.
I think, and this is probably not great, but I feel like I get a lot of, when I'm in a relationship, like I need some psychological, like, someone to believe in me, because sometimes like there will always be days where you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
There are days where I'm just like, am I being crazy? Like, is the world right? You know what I'm saying? But when you have somebody in your corner and that's the person that you see every day, that's super, I think it makes it different.
That I'm more worried about going full time and then thinking like that because us right now, because we do this part time, we can just be like, no, I don't want to, this isn't working, I don't want to do it. Like, he's the majority breadwinner in the house doing this. You know what I mean? So he can't be like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm going to go back to corporate.
When you're doing this stuff, you got 19-hour editing, stuff's going on. You have like your day job and your YouTube. Like, how do you schedule family time? Date nights, whatever.
Absolutely. Every Friday night we have date night, no matter what. We will go out to it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Go out to Starbucks and chit chat and talk. It could be, go out to a movie, or if I can convince my wife again to go-kart racing. There's a place here.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Oh wait, maybe I should chill in Connecticut more.
If you totally love what you do and you just do only that, you don't see friends, you don't see family, you will get burned out. And then it will become a job, no matter how much you like what you do. So you have to have that downtime.
I need a space to be creative sometimes too, though, because like when I'm downstairs and I'm trying to edit a video, even if it's for a client, like I'm working on a project right now for a tattoo shop, and when I get down there and I get into my zone, you guys know, being creative and being in the zone and you're on a certain flow and you got this thing going, and then I got someone tugging at my shirt, daddy, I want to go play.
Right,
I need to be able to move away from that. Like I don't have like a studio or something that I can go to. Plus, I'm built to get up and go somewhere to work because that's what I've been doing my whole life. So I think, eventually like investing in a good laptop to be able to get up and go somewhere, I feel like I'd be a little bit more productive. Mm-hmm. So it's harder. I think it's harder being at home and being around,
So your
family.
scheduling is the opposite way.
Yeah,
You need to schedule the work time.
I need to schedule because I'm always with my family. I have to be like, all right, listen, like today, that's why I was so late here today, because we had to go pick up a tree. I had to go put everything in the dumpster. Like, we just had a bunch of shit to do.
Can you tell us like one thing that your spouses do that is like that helps you?
The big thing is just supporting. If I need an extra set of eyeballs, she'll come over and I'll do a video. I'll say, okay, what do you think of this? Because I'm the only person who sees it. And like after a while, no matter how good the video ended up being, I think it's crap because I see all the imperfections. I'm like, I could have done this better, I could have done that better. I need an extra set of eyeballs to take a look at it, and she'll, no question, sit there and watch it 1, 2, 3, 4 times to make sure that it looks great, and she'll give me honest feedback, and just being supportive.
That's cool. And is she like actually into video herself? Or?
Yep. She shoots. She has a YouTube channel. She shoots video.
What? You never told us about her YouTube channel?
I shoot her video. She edits it. She's Final Cut Pro 10.
Okay.
And I'm Adobe Premiere.
We
know. And in that respect, but otherwise.
Shit, I'm the exact opposite. My wife doesn't want anything to do with video. She doesn't want to be on video.
Oh, weren't you guys gonna do a family channel?
We were gonna do that, and it was hard. And the only reason that I even made that video and was to put it out there in front of everyone and made the Facebook so that she would go and do it.
Okay.
But I kind of forced her into doing that, and I really forced myself in doing the vlogs and shit like that too, because I don't like doing daily vlogs, but that was me being lazy to make content, because I was just like, you know what, I can just do it. But you don't realize how much time goes into that.
You are also
daily
a perfectionist.
Yeah, and it's like I have videos now that have they're edited, completely edited, and they've never made it to my channel because I was just like, I don't like the camera that I shot it on, or stupid stuff like that. Like the last video I did, I had a light behind me, and I didn't realize I kept moving out of the way. You could see the light, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm posting that shit up.
But you know what? We only noticed that because we were in the space.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
Nobody else would really notice that. Nobody else would pick up on that. Or like when my wife took a picture with my camera one time, and I noticed some chromatic aberration, like the little purple lines, the fringing.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw the fringing on the thing, and she didn't even notice it. I was just like, I gotta fix that. And she was like, fix what? I was like, you don't see all that purple shit around the fringe? She was like, no, I didn't see that. And
well, what is one thing that she does that really helps you?
She stays out my face while I'm trying to work. She knows to take all these little badass kids and take them upstairs and let me get something done. She knows that this is very important. She knows that this is also her future too. So she's supportive in that perspective.
Yeah.
But mainly being tired as hell from working all day and then taking these 3 hyperactive kids.
Right, and just being okay with you doing
and
it.
letting me go downstairs and be in the dungeon in the bubble for a little bit.
What is something that significant others should not do? Like, what is something that like, as a creative, you just like wish they understood, or just in general advice?
Oh, I've got it. My wife does not do this, but one thing that spouses, significant others, even friends, anybody shouldn't do is be over supportive. You don't want to be that over supportive friend that lets your friend go on American Idol when they cannot sing and they're going to be made fun of, and Simon's going to say something terrible to them.
True.
Because every person gets up there and screeches and thinks they sound great, they have a bunch of over supportive family back home saying, you're great, you can do anything, go ahead and do it. If it sucks, tell me. Like, you can't, because I don't want to be in the theater with my documentary and have crickets. Everybody goes, and hear murmuring, like, that sucked. Because all my family and friends, my spouse was over supportive and just said, it's great, when it's not. So, be honest, don't worry about feelings. Constructive criticism is good. Don't.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism. Don't just say that sucks. Like, why, what didn't you like? But always be honest.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go with something like that too. That, and just understanding that it takes time. So a video that you're watching for only a minute to 3 minutes, know that person needs to work on it for 4 or 5 hours to make this seamlessly. You don't feel like there was any edits in that video, and you made it look easy like that. And back to what he was saying, and that goes back to what I was saying before too, with positioning yourself around real people. Like, if something doesn't sound right, like I'll use Jim as an example. If I say, what do you think about this? He's like, I think it's tight, but you got kind of sloppy towards the end of it. like that's the kind of stuff that you need, exactly like what he was saying. Even if I bring something to the group and I'm just like, hey, listen, what do you guys think about the framing of this, or what do you guys think about that? I'll get honest, I'll get honest feedback from them, just without like ripping my heart out.
That just reminded me of like did you guys ever watch that silly movie, He's Just Not That Into You?
Oh yeah.
So
I think the guy that wrote that is a comedian.
Oh, well, isn't it based on like a book or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's the one that wrote that book.
Okay,
The comedian wrote the book and they made it a movie.
But the funny thing about the movie is that like one of the main characters, like her big issue is that every time she breaks up with a guy and goes to her friends crying, her friends like always make it the guy. They're always like, oh, he just must be crazy. It's not you. You're perfect, kind of thing. And it's like you don't need people like that in your life.
You touched on that too, didn't you?
I might. I feel very strongly about this.
I don't watch girly movies. James does.
Do you watch girly videos on YouTube?
I do.
I watch Lori's.
No, they're not. I watch minis, like when Mini Station does like something on a new palette.
Yeah.
I make sure that I watch that video all the way through so that my view counts.
I'm so paranoid about that, and even though it doesn't matter because it's just one view, when I watch my own video to check something, I turn off the sound and I let it run it through because I'm just afraid to like fuck up my own stuff.
Yeah. No, that won't. I don't think that counts.
I don't know if it does.
I
Just
think
in
it's the
case.
same thing. I'm paranoid.
Relating to this topic, like, how necessary is it to be able to talk about this with your significant other? Like,
my wife gets bored with it. She gets bored with it really fast.
and I'm not saying that it has to be, because actually
I don't talk to her about it. That's why I'm so thankful for this group.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so thankful for it, like, because I can just bring all that there. And especially like me and Jim talk about it for hours. Like when we get off of work, like we sit in the parking lot at my job and talk about what we're gonna do, how we're gonna make the video, what we're gonna do about the videos and stuff like that. My wife just does not care. She doesn't even watch any of my videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she doesn't even watch.
She probably just doesn't tell you she's watching. So she's like, I see what you're doing, James. I'm just,
No, she doesn't. She's not. It's not her thing.
Be careful with that. Be careful with that.
Yeah, she doesn't. I'm telling you, she doesn't watch. She doesn't watch those videos.
By the way, speaking of Jim, we should give him a shout out, and I will link his channel as well, because Jim is actually helping us keep this video going.
He's doing behind the scenes work currently.
Yeah. What about you? Like, do you I mean, I know now your wife is into videos, but like, is it necessary, you think, for your spouse to be into it, to be able to have those conversations?
Realistically, no. I mean, I'm very fortunate that she is and she likes talking about it, but otherwise I'd be like James, looking for a YouTube support group and looking for people to talk to about it, because it's about who you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with a bunch of people who live in their mother's basement, watch video games, and they're covered in Cheeto dust, you're not going to get as far as you would if you surround yourself with people who are very successful, who have their own businesses. Or
there's nothing wrong with Cheetos.
There's nothing wrong with Cheetos.
He's just partial to cookies.
I am very partial to cookies. But yeah, surround yourself with the right people. Your spouse doesn't need to be that on board with you. They have to support you. I feel that it makes it easier if they support you. But to be on board with that level, like caring about your Google your YouTube analytics. You don't have to get into that detail. Although,
But see, I'll spaz for like 20 minutes talking about a camera. Some people are just like, all right, I get it. I get it. You like cameras.
It's that way with cars. Like if my wife's having trouble falling asleep, I'm like, do you want me to tell you about the 69 Mustang? Yeah, please tell me. And she's snoring.
I'm actually like a big proponent in relationships where, and not everybody agrees with me on this, like you shouldn't get 100% of every satisfaction from your significant other. Like, I mean, there even for people who do and are fortunate enough to have someone who's like interested in exactly the same shit that they are, it's not like healthy to be like completely emotionally dependent on one person. It's not even so much about spending every waking moment with somebody, but it's like, sharing, like if someone was also into my YouTube analytics, that would be nice. Mm-hmm. But I do need like my outlet. Like I need my friends. I need my family.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like when I get home, like I can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get home and like be a dad and like see my kids and like hang out with my wife and we talk and all that stuff. And even like when we hang out, I'm always downstairs in the basement in front of the computer, or I play with my kids until they go to sleep and then get back on the computer and stuff. But
your kids are mad cute, by the way.
Thank you. And like doing that kind of stuff, but I started thinking about my kids and I lost my thought. I lost my train of thought of what I was talking about. But I like getting home, like rushing home and doing that stuff. But I still like my time away. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you guys for doing this and sharing such a personal part of your life.
Absolutely.
Leave a comment below for what you guys think. This is kind of, I think, a big topic, not just for creative jobs, right? I mean, it's really for anyone who has to juggle a family. And,
Entrepreneur, like
Yeah.
I mean, anybody going in and starting a business and getting that support for starting a business.
yeah.
Whether you're already full time or pushing your pennies together to get to that next step.
Yeah. Literally pennies in my case.
yeah.
Check out their channels. All the links will be down below. Jim's link will be there as well. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.